What is up, y'all? It is your girl BELLieve, and you gotta excuse me for releasing this video kind of late today. I am tired, but nevertheless inspired. So I want to come on here, stay consistent on the tube. For those of you guys that are also listening on Spotify, my podcast is Black Sheep Believers. Show some love on there and follow me, y'all. Okay. Now, today, what I want to talk about is you listening, tuning into your dreams. Now, I'm not talking about your dreams as it pertains to whatever goals and ambitions you have. I'm talking about paying attention to those dreams that you get on a good night of Z's, please. And I'm also going to tell you what affects those dreams and the lack thereof. Now, a lot of us have spiritual gifts, and one of my spiritual gifts is definitely the gift of prophecy, and I get so many downloads in dreams. Y'all, check this out, right? I am not the only one. There is so many people in the kingdom right now, and literally God is pouring his spirit out as we are sleeping. He is leaving little footprints, little I don't know. He's just literally giving us messages. And prophetically, those of you that are also prophets, because I am a prophet now, okay? Now, I don't talk about that a lot, but I want to tell you how to build up your gifts and how to tune in from a state of desiring discernment. Now, I have always been a dreamer, but typically I don't remember crap. Now, partially because I feel like a lot of these dreams just weren't important at the time, but as I get older, as I mature in my faith and my spiritual practices, these things are banging, y'all. Are you feeling me? Are you having some dreams too, boo? If so, go ahead and like this, okay? Like this video. Go ahead and share and subscribe, please. Now, when you dream, a lot of the times you will wake up and forget. I want to challenge you to have a journal and write everything you remember down. Like literally, as you begin to write things down, you will start to pick up on other things you might have forgotten about. This happens to me all the time, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, that happened too. Like you'll start getting these tidbits. And it's kind of like how Jesus spoke in parables. You know, God releases these dreams and these visions, these night visions, and you might have day visions, you know. And it's like he's sharing insight and personal information that's just, I mean, lately, y'all, it's been mind blowing, but it is also because of the times we are in. So let's talk about what affects these dreams. Now, I used to be a smoker, y'all. I'm keeping it real. Like, your girl smoked all the time. Partially because I am high energy, and that would calm me down. And I also smoked because I had insomnia bad. So when I think about it, I'm not sure if I really had insomnia or if it was just God trying to communicate with me at 3:33 a.m. every single night, you know. I still have that communication with him. Like he'll wake me up and be like, hey, I need you to read something. I need you to pray to me. I need you to pay attention. You know, I'm like, all right, Lord, you know, but getting back to the dream state, what affects that is what are you doing at night? Okay, because our gifts, y'all, listen to me when I tell you this, because I have other gifts too. I'm not going to get into that now. And so I feel like you do too if you're watching this, right? This is a divine appointment for you. If you have gifts and you are basically drowning them out in substances, whether that's alcohol, weed, blow, anything. I'm just keeping it real, y'all, because I've done dabbled in a whole lot in my younger days. But if you are partaking in even fornication, y'all, I'm just keeping it real. I'm giving you the facts. That will affect your spiritual gifts, because your gifts are based on you having clarity. And a lot of the times, that's even why God will get rid of people from your life, from distractions, because He can't use you if you're distracted, or if somebody is actually making His vessel toxic. If somebody is poisoning you with their energy or their vices, it can delay you building up your spiritual gifts. And why is this important? Y'all, it's important because this is what God has given us that separates us from the Decepticons, okay? This is how He speaks and communicates with us. Now, a lot of you have strong intuition, right? Because you're also an empath. That's the Holy Spirit. But if you are building up your spiritual gifts, if you are keeping your eyes, your ears, your eye and your ear gates, if you're keeping those things clear and you are cognitively present, listen to me. God will show you some things. He will talk to you, boo, and He will give you so much revelation. So if you've ever been that person praying for the same thing over and over and over again, you got to make the sacrifice to tune into Him, right? Like, you can't just keep being like, Lord, please tell me what to do. All right. Good shit, Roger. It's not, listen, I've done that. And it's just not going to work. You won't have that consistent line of communication open with Him, okay? So I really want to share this with you all because I want you to walk in your full power. Like, listen, the Academy of God's Spiritual Gifts, okay, it cannot compare to anything you have ever experienced in your physical life. Like, God is showing me things right now. He's doing a great work in me and in you too, I'm sure. And if we get rid of those distractions, those vices, if we make the sacrifice to stay clear-headed, to avoid toxic people, to remain focused on Him, those eyes to the hills, my friends, He will speak into your life. He will lay out steps for you. And trust me when I say His plan is always to prosper you, not to harm you, and to give you a supernatural future, right? Like, I'm up here like, Lord, I'm seriously about to be Superwoman up in this bitch. Like, I don't even know what you're gonna do next, right? But I have had to cut off so many people, y'all. Like, honestly, I don't really fuck with a lot of people because just where I am in my life right now, He's like, listen, you want this thing? I need you to tune into me. And I'm like, laser focused, right? So I want you to be there too, boo, because we are all different parts of this divine body, right? So I want you to function optimally. Now, there's something else that I want to talk to y'all about, okay? Just real briefly. I don't know. I feel kind of silly because I usually don't get into this. But if you all speak in tongues, if you have the gift of tongues, okay? If you have that, I'm telling you, build that up. You might just start off with a whatever it is. It sounds silly, but when you go into your prayer closet, when you meditate, God is really working in me right now to share this with you because I never like to share such intimate details of my prayer life, right? But If you have the gift of tongues, use that thing. Okay? The enemy, the devil, the Decepticons, whatever the fuck you want to call them, all right? They cannot discern spiritual tongues. They do not understand it. And when you are speaking from that place, okay, you are literally speaking the divine, perfect works of God. You are releasing that into the atmosphere. You have it, okay? Especially if you're watching this. You have it. But just like anything else, it's like a muscle. You have to exercise that thing. When you start building it up, it's going to enhance every other gift you have. Are you a good writer? You're going to be better after you pray in tongues, boo. Musician, you're going to sing better. Speaker, the gift of gab is going to be on you, my dear. Okay? Like when I tell you, this will build up, strengthen your insight, your intuition, everything, because you are speaking the perfect will of God. See, the word even says we don't know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit knows, because the Spirit is of God. You remove your mind from it, your anxieties, your day-to-day worries that only you obsess over, because God's like, yo, I'm your provider, I got you, boo. I'm your healer, I got you, boo. So when you take that out of the equation, your thought life, and you literally marinate in the Spirit, and you start to build up those tongues, and you speak in the Spirit, and you sing in the Spirit, I'm telling you, you're going to be fucking superhuman. Like, literally, it's happening to so many people, and I don't see a lot. I don't see a lot of us speaking about that on YouTube, so I wanted to share that. That is definitely one of my secrets. They were like, there's something different about her. Like, and after you do it too, you're going to feel this release. You're going to feel like, woosah. Like, I'm telling you, it is better than any indica, any blue dream, sativa, anything you have ever smoked, any person you've ever hooked up with, okay? That's a temporal thing, my friend. And usually, those vices take from you. Those people take from you. So this is building up your spirit. And your spirit is of God, okay? And for you, I just feel really, really compelled right now to share this with you, because the season that we are in right now, I'm noticing so many of us taking that leap of faith, whether it's relationships, whether it's business. You know, I think they called it the Great Resignation. You know, so if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to want to be cognitively astute. You want to be on top of your game, and there's so much that you will get if you literally marinate in the Spirit. Like, you will attract things to you. I mean, the law of attraction don't got shit on this, okay? Because this is from God, and it's in you. Are you hearing me? This is a superpower. So, like I said, start small, but definitely start, because eventually you're going to start building up those tongues, and as you build up those spiritual gifts, everything around you, it's just like, you know, you're going to be living in a whole nother matrix. Like, there's times that I go to my office and I'm just like, I walk in there and, you know, I can feel, I just feel premonitions. I feel like I know exactly, I can't even pinpoint it, but I feel this power, like literally God is with me. And it's just amazing because even if I don't know necessarily what's going to happen that day, I just get these little inclinations, or I'll just do something and it'll be in alignment with some random thing that happens that day, and I'll be like, how the fuck did that really happen? And I just did that? What? Because I'm not that smart, guys. I just I just have the aptitude of fitness and martial arts, but I'm just like, yo, that was not me. That was definitely God. But it's because I'm staying in alignment with him. So I want you guys to keep those lines of communication, that holy Wi-Fi, wide open, okay? Have a good night, have a good day, and I will be back. Now, God bless you, always in fitness, health, and in spiritual wealth. You've got that superpower. I am your girl, BELLieve, and we are the Black Sheep BELLievers. Stay blessed, not stressed.